Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Mike. 180. 53. Mike. I got him.
Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know. He was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 27, Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. They'll run. This is Powell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Left. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike.
2nd down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left,
more football
early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Powell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is the running back, Powell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The previous play went to the offense with a nice run, but that last play we just saw certainly went to the defense.
So you're keeping a little bit of a ledger there, aren't you?
Tally.
You know, somebody wins, someone loses. But you get this sense offensively, they're continuing to probe around, trying to find the runs that are going to work, and then they'll go to them consistently.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Here's Powell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Faking the give, Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Darnold. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I got you, punk.
Now Darnold keeps it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Powell takes it from Darnold. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. On 3rd down, Powell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's what I need. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming. Watch out.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, color.
Now Fitzpatrick. And here he's got Grant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he fires one, but incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, Darnold. And got his man complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 95 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Robert Kindici in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Out left to Anderson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Darnold on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll toss here to Powell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the
Because they're doing work to it. Huh?
36.
Thomas made the tackle. Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Red 80.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold is going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but they can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
There you go. Get down, get down, get down.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Parker, left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
I'm coming up.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Robert Kimdichie picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Montgomery, a first down and then some. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come out here in the eye. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Darnold, a sneak, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Mike 80! Mike 54! I'm coming!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Wide open receiver, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Play action now, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Jets on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, Alpha. 31's the mic.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson.
No
And he
fucking
takes
way.
it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Running it down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated.